Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This show is based on our network of observers. They're ordinary people who tell us what's going on where they are and send in photos and videos to document it. We check everything here in Paris and bring the best to you. We begin today in Quebec, Canada. Students there have been protesting for months against tuition hikes. The provincial government wants to increase fees by 75% over 5 years, and the students don't like it. Their protests have been getting increasingly violent, with stones thrown at police and the police fighting back. On the 5th of May, one of the protesters was seriously hurt. Our observer William Ray was there with his camera.
I was filming across the police line and I heard a weapon discharge. As the weapon discharged, I turned my head quickly to my left and there was a young man standing there, and he was falling. As I turned my head to look at him, he was falling to the ground. I stopped the image because what it is right at that part, what you can see is a two-man team from the police. One man has an Arwin gun, which is the weapon that fires the plastic bullets. And the other man is obviously directing him, picking a target for him to fire at. You can see in the image itself, the man has the weapon level from his shoulder, and this is a 6-foot man. So yeah, obviously he's not aiming at the legs or anything else. He was aiming at head height. Certainly at times the protesters will throw rocks at the police. Now, I mean, it's not something I condone, but responding to that with waves and waves of tear gas and plastic bullets, I just don't feel it's very professional on their part. And with the modern technology especially, I mean, pretty much everyone can take videos now, and I think it can make a difference. The provincial police have been forced to admit that they may have hit Mr. Allard because of this video surfacing.
Now to Thailand, home of the world's longest-serving monarch. King Rama IX has been in power for more than 65 years. He's generally popular, but you'd better not insult him or his wife. It's illegal. One of their subjects, an elderly man named Ampon Tangnopakul, was sentenced to 20 years for allegedly sending 4 text messages questioning the couple's commitment to their people. Ampon, who was already suffering from cancer, died this month in prison. His death has reignited questions about the monarchy, especially among the so-called red shirt political movement, which has been critical of the palace's power. Our observer pays tribute to the man known as Uncle SMS.
The Red Shirts organised 3 days of funeral events in Ampon's honour. The first day, the ceremony took place in front of the courthouse, where his appeal was being heard. That's where I took these pictures. It was just like a regular Buddhist funeral, except it was taking place in front of a courthouse. I went along because I think that Uncle SMS shouldn't have been convicted. They're not even sure that he was the one who sent the messages. He told the court he didn't even know how to send a text message. Even if he was the one who sent the messages, I think it's wrong to put someone in prison for something they've said. We should be allowed to say what we want about the monarchy. It's not a crime. It's what's called freedom of expression.
Next up, a look at some of the images sent in this week by our observers. First up, the United States, Charlotte, North Carolina, with Michael Guerrero, a political activist and member of the Occupy movement, which spread around the world last year. Michael acknowledges that the movement lost steam over the winter, but he says that with summer around the corner, he and his fellow activists are resuming their struggle to get the world's richest 1% to share with the other 99%. Here they're focusing on the Bank of America, which they accuse of profiting from the mortgage foreclosures that have cost so many Americans their homes. Now to Russia and a local offshoot of the Occupy movement. Activists in Moscow have staged something they call Occupy Abai at the statue of a Kazakh poet. Our observer Pavel tells us their target is not the financial world, but Russia's newly reinstalled president, Vladimir Putin. They believe the election that put him back in the Kremlin was fraudulent. Last stop, Hubei province in central China. High school students getting a shot in the arm to help them get into university. We're coming up to the dreaded Gaokao entrance exam, and these students are getting a drip of amino acids to keep them sharp while they revise. The school originally proposed the shots in the infirmary, but the students clamored to have them administered in the classroom so they wouldn't lose a precious minute away from their books. That's it for this week, but you can continue to follow our observers online. Check out our website for their latest reports, our Facebook and Twitter pages, and our iPhone app. See you next time, here or online.